Hey, thanks for tuning in to how to put a book cover on. It's so important to have all your textbooks covered. You want it covered nice and neat like this. And so I'm going to show you quickly how to put a book cover on. I know there are a lot of different ways to do it, but this is a real simple and quick way to put a book cover on for a lot of different size books. You'll need a scissors, you'll need some tape, and you're going to need a paper bag. Now, you are going to cover a world history book, but it doesn't have to just be a world history book. It could be a math book, or it also could be a life science book. Whatever that class that you need to have covered, you'll be able to do it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut along the seam of your bag, and you'll notice there is going to be a seam. Sometimes it's along the edge. This one happens to be in the middle. So you're going to cut a seam, and you're going to cut it right along here. All you have to do is quickly cut along the seam, and then you're going to cut the bottom off as well. And by cutting along the bottom, you'll have a nice bag piece of paper to cut. All right, next what you're going to want to do, if you do not want the words or any of the ink on the outside of your book cover, you need to have it on the inside. And so the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to put your book here in the middle, but you're going to cut off the excess because you don't need this much. And so you can cut off the excess along any one of the three seams you have there. And so I'm just going to quickly cut off a seam right in the middle. But this book not being really large, you could have actually cut along here as well. All right. Now what you need to do next is you need to find the width and kind of measure how wide your book is going to be in terms of having the cover on it. So you're just going to take it and you're going to fold up and you're going to push along here to give yourself a crease. And you're going to do the same on the bottom. You're just going to make a crease. And then you'll see that there's a line here and a line there, and now you're just going to fold the paper along the top, a nice straight line. And then you're going to place your book back on top to make sure it's covered in the top and at the bottom. You don't want too much at the top and the bottom, otherwise it won't work, and this works great. Now what you're going to do is you've created these two folds. These two folds are going to create an insert for your textbook. And so what you're going to do is you're going to fold it open and you kind of create it like a little pocket, if you will, for your book. So it's just going to go right inside here. And then you're just going to close your book up and make it nice and tight so you have your book covered right through here. And you're going to do the same for the other side as well. And I'll be honest, sometimes it takes a little finagling to get it in. Same thing is you're just going to take these inserts, this piece of paper, slide your book in, and you're going to have to kind of go open and shut with it a couple times because you want to have it tight, but not too tight so that it pulls apart. And then you've created a nice little book cover for your book. Notice we've done it really in just a few minutes. Now because this won't hold, you want to take some tape. And you're going to need 4 pieces of tape. Not real long, but just enough so it goes on both sides. A couple inches in length. You're going to put it on the inside of the paper bag. Do not, I repeat, do not put it to your textbook. There's no need to tape it to your textbook, so I'm going to rip. Once again, you're just taping it to the book. And there you go. Find the front. And there it is, nice and easy. Now that you have your book cover all on your book, make sure that you put what class it is so that you know exactly what book you're grabbing in your locker. Fast and easy, put a book cover on. Please do it for all your classes. Rewind it to watch again if necessary. Thanks for tuning in to Mrs. Simmons' How to Put a Book Cover On.